Hey folks, Stefan Krajisnik from the Clarion-Ledger here, coming to you from an empty Kroger Field, an emptying out Kroger Field press box after Mississippi State's 27-17 loss at Kentucky in a game where it felt all too familiar for Mississippi State. You know, the team starts getting some momentum, has some big wins, a 3-game winning streak with wins against A&M and Arkansas. The offense is clicking. You know, everything that fans hoped that Mike Leach would bring was kind of, coming to fruition. And kind of like what happened in that LSU game earlier this year, Mississippi State comes out flat. Has a slow start here at Kentucky, plays poorly, and comes out with a big loss, a devastating one. And Mike Leach called out his team, said it was a bad week of practice for them. He called out his staff and himself for saying that the message that they tried to send clearly didn't get through, and they have to do a better job of that. On top of it all, you have a program where right before Mississippi State's game started, you had Tennessee beat Alabama. And suddenly Mississippi State found itself in the SEC West picture. You have wins against, you play Alabama next week, and you got Ole Miss down the road. Obviously, it's still a tough schedule, and to say, Mississippi State would win out is obviously probably a long shot at this point, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. But you have a real chance to kind of enter the national conversation once again and build some hype around this program. And instead, Mississippi State, falls flat. And Mike Leach said their approach this week was fat, dumb, and ugly, or fat, dumb, and happy, something along those lines. You can't really afford to have that in the SEC. So Mississippi State's kind of gut check time again, which is tough to hear for fans because that's the kind of message that Mississippi State tried to send after that loss against LSU, and Mississippi State's responding to losses well, but fans kind of want this program to start responding after wins well and start putting winning streaks together and start competing for SEC titles and things of that nature, but. It appears it'll be another year without any conversation like that for Mississippi State. Obviously, a tough schedule still to go. Back next week at Alabama before the bye week. So we'll have you guys covered at the Clarion-Ledger, throughout those games, throughout the bye week, throughout the rest of this season. There's still a lot of exciting games left on that schedule, so make sure you keep up with the coverage, and we'll talk again soon.